This is D, and let's dress for life. That's what's up. Just saw a video of a young lady who was being robbed as she sat at the cash register. And the thing is, it was interesting. After she gave him her phone and the money from the cash register, she asked him for her phone back. And get this, he gave her phone back. Now, is this video to say, oh, humanity is really trending in a good direction and everything is coming out to be roses and rainbows? Not at all. But it is to say that there is something to asking. And it makes me think of two things. Number one, it makes me think of that little black book where there's a story, I want to say in Genesis chapter 18, and God told Abraham, hey, listen, I'm about to destroy the twin cities because of all of their foolishness. And the thing is, Abraham reasoned with God. Abraham said, listen, if there are 50 good people in the town, will you destroy it? God's like, no. And then Abraham started thinking, well, how about if I can't find 50? How about if I only find 45? God's like, all right, for 45 I won't. And then Abraham thought, ooh, that I know the twin cities. And he went down to 40. God said, no, I won't. And then 30. And then God said, no, I won't. Abraham's like, nah, I won't find 30 righteous folk in that town. How about 20? God said, all right, you got it. And then Abraham said, I know I ain't gonna find 20 righteous brothers and sisters up in that town. How about 10, Lord? And guess what? God said, all right, young man, you got it. You asked me and you have it. I imagine that there's like around the throne of God all kinds of presents that he'd be willing to give his children if they would but ask. Second thing I wanted to bring up was my brother-in-law told me years ago. He would go into a grocery store, he'd go into a store, period. It didn't matter what the tag said. He just asked. Sometimes they'd say no, and sometimes they'd say yes. I even tried it after I got back home. Sometimes I'd ask, they'd give it to me for free. Sometimes I'd ask, they'd say no. And sometimes I'd ask, they'd give me a discount. But the thing is, I remembered what he said. Just ask. And here's one more thing he said. He asked me a question. What's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is that you don't ask. And in not asking, you tell yourself no when it might have been a yes. Don't you be the one to tell you no when you might have gotten a yes and when you might have gotten something real nice. Well, that's all we got for now. This is D, and let's dress for life. That's what's up. Peace.